Yo, what's going on, everybody? Drykeep here, and welcome back to What If All Might was Deku's father? Or maybe it was What If Deku was All Might's son? I'm pretty sure it was What If Deku was All Might's son. But here's part 2. So, one thing I didn't say about Izuku's second quirk, which is of course called quirk absorption. Basically, what I forgot to duel out, what I forgot to tell you guys about it is that quirks like the sludge villains or Momos, well, the only way for absorption to even take effect on it is if Izuku takes the quirk entirely. Also, I failed to mention another thing, I think. If he holds on, if he makes skin-to-skin contact with someone for 2 minutes who has, well, for about 2 minutes, who has more than one quirk, he can choose which quirk he takes. So, let's get back into this what if. So, All Might returns to the hospital. And the doctor tells All Might what happened. Since the doctor saw this on camera, and showed All Might this. All Might then recognized that it was Hisashi Midoriya. He thought it was strange, but he didn't pay any attention to it. All Might then walked into Izuku's room just as Izuku started waking up. As he woke up, he said, "Oh, hey, Dad. What's going on? Where am I?" All Might then said, You blacked out, kid. You blacked out, son. But don't worry, Izuku. Nothing bad happened. It was just that your quirk had no other thing to advance, so it's decided to advance itself. And it seemed, and once it got to where your quirk couldn't be enhanced no longer, to the max, your body was basically preparing itself for the new thing that your quirk can do. Also, last night while you were still knocked out, there's no point in trying to get to this to lie through this. Your mother's husband, Hasashi, has come to you when you were sleeping and injected you with something that has given you a new quirk. Izuku says, "What? What is it?" All Might then says, "It's okay, my boy. Well, sort of. You see, it used to be a little bit of shock absorption. Just some tiny shock absorption. But then your first quirk enhanced it to the max, which your first quirk will now be able to do. And you are now able, and your second quirk has been turned into quirk absorption. Allow me to explain, Izuku. As All Might explains to Izuku what his new quirk can do. And after explaining, All Might then says, this new quirk of yours is extremely powerful. We're gonna have to train on it. In fact, I might have to put you in a different school so that young Bakugo kid doesn't affect your quirk in any way. Izuku said, "Oh, alright." As Izuku started transferring schools, and on the first day of him going to this new school, he met, I'm gonna say, let's think. Mina Kirishima, yes. He transferred to Mina and Kirishima's middle school, and they became great friends. And for the next 4 years, Izuku has been training his quirk absorption so that his body is more used to it. Now, Now, of course, we skip on over to the U-Way entrance exam. Izuku was having trouble picking which test to do, since he is extremely smart at this point, and so he asked Starmite, his dad, if he should join either the hero, be taking either the hero test or the general education test. And after a few minutes of talking, Izuku decided to take the hero test. The written exam was pretty easy. Well, for Izuku. And sure enough, we get to the practical exam. Now, Izuku gets ready. Thinking to himself, this might be extremely bad. Man, even since both my quirks don't exactly do lots of damage, when no quirks are involved. But at least I've been training my body so I can easily punch the robots. That'll be good. The practical exam then begins as Izuku rushes off to the middle of his sector. It starts punching robots left and right. And the people in the podium, see this, and they're going, wow, this kid who seems quirkless is punching robots left and right. Right, not even using his quirk, just using his mere physical strength. All Might then chuckles and says, "That's my kid. Izuku can sure pack a punch." And Principal Nezu says, let's see how well he does with this one. He pushes a button, and out comes the 0 pointer. Izuku thinks for a second and says to himself, "This is the 0 pointer. I can't deal with that one. I need to find some other robot. But, and then out of the corner of his eye, well, right in front of him, he sees Uraraka under some rubble. And Izuku quickly rushes over to her and pushes the rubble off of her. And they runs her off to safety. As Izuku then returns to the 0-pointer and finishes the 0-point robot off with a bunch of punches. And pretty soon, the practical exam is over. Izuku says to himself, okay, hopefully I got enough to pass. And about a week later, All Might hands his son, walks over to his son and says, "Hey kid, I've got some news. from UA. Basically, you had enough hero points to pass. But not only that, but thanks to that, well, villain points, but thanks to your sacrifice and trying to help out that girl, Uraraka, you gained 60 hero points. A system that we didn't tell anyone about. But with all these points combined, you have actually earned yourself second place. The cool part is that I'm going to be a teacher at UA. Wait. Congratulations, Izuku. You're a UA student. The next day, Izuku gets ready to go to UA. He gets to UA, goes to class 1A to find Bakugo and Ida arguing. They both soon spot him as Ida says, you're the guy that was quickly destroying robots. But why won't you, with just your fist, why weren't you using your quirk? And Izuku basically says, well, my quirk doesn't really have anything to do with physics Well, my quirks don't really have anything to do with physical traits. And I'm gonna leave it off right for now. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, boom, slap that like button across the face. Catch you next one, guys. Laters.